Hello and welcome to the Waters Rankings here in New York City. My name is James Rundle. I'm the US editor of Waters and I'm joined by Kurt Eldridge, head of Global Sales at SmartStream. Kurt, thank you for being with us today.
No, thank you for having me. Certainly appreciate it.
Well, congratulations on the win, first of all. Best corporate actions provider for TLM, I believe. Why don't you tell us a little bit about the product and what you've been doing with it this year?
Certainly. So we've made a tremendous investment in the last couple of years in the product. We sort of looked at the market and looked what the market needs were, and we saw a sort of shift in the market away from more of the heavy on-site deployments into more of a lightweight model client software as a service. So over the last couple of years we've made significant investments in that area. We've built operations teams and we've made some fairly significant technological investments behind that as well. And the clients seem to be embracing it. They seem to be embracing sort of a faster deployment model, more standardization, etc. So I think the market's sort of appreciative of the efforts that we're putting into it. Sure,
of course. And so thinking about what your clients have been going through over the last year, we've had a lot going through the market in terms of MiFID, in terms of other sort of global regulation, various challenges. What have your clients really been looking for you to help to deal with?
Well, I think you touched on the important thing there, which is sort of the MiFID regulation. So if you look at it from a macro perspective, there's a couple of key themes going through the market. One is the digitalization of banking. I think that's driving a lot of the investment now to understand the operational efficiencies. And if you look at previously, corporate actions was a very manual process in a lot of institutions. The digitization has started to shine a focus on to those previously left alone manual processes. So I think that's driving it quite heavily. And you couple that with the regulations. Whilst the regulations might not be particularly focused on some of the corporate actions aspects, what it's giving banks and institutions and the buy side an understanding of is what do they need to report, what holdings do they actually have, do they understand what they have? And the corporate actions is a fairly important aspect of that, considering the changing nature of holdings, splits, etc. So that's starting to tie in quite heavily with an efficient regulatory reporting processes as well. So those two as macroeconomic themes are really starting to drive the market. And the third leg is I think our clients have an expectation now. They expect latest software, they expect automation, they expect prompt reporting themselves. So that is helping to sort of solidify some of the business cases now around these projects, not just from operational saves, but sort of downstream customer service aspects as well.
Sure. And looking ahead over the next 12 months, do you expect those same challenges to broadly continue? Is there anything else people should be focusing on or keeping an eye on?
I think they're going to continue, and unfortunately I don't think MiFID 2 will be the last one. I think we'd all like it to be, but the regulatory environment is starting to understand now in greater detail, and part of it's a good thing and a bad thing. The more they understand, the more they want to understand other aspects. There's some big changes around some of the core messaging coming through, so some of the ISO refreshes of the ISO messaging, and then starting to look at the new technologies. You can't pick up a paper these days without seeing blockchain, AI,
sure,
or one of those sort of newer technologies, and trying to understand what fundamental sort of market changes that may make to their industry and to the vendors who support them as well.
Absolutely. Well, listen, Kurt, congratulations once again, and thanks for being with us.
Thank you very much. Appreciate it.